you. Freedom becoming true. Nobody else like you. Do what you promised to, and I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for your love. I'm so grateful, grateful, grateful. I'm so grateful. I need you in my life. Grateful, grateful,
What's up, everybody? We are live. We're in the building. Thank you for those who are watching. Make sure you guys share this video. It's Tuesday night. Whoa, somebody's stuff is going off. Turn your volumes down. We're live. We're live. We're in the Lion's Den, and we're ready to have some conversations. Man, we just got back from a long trip in the islands, and man, the hurricane just hit right now, and we're so happy to be back. So grateful to be back before any of that went down. But if you're with us right now, make sure you like the video. Hit that share button. You are watching Young Lion TV. Let's go.
Young lion, everywhere I look, they're dying. Everywhere I look, they're dying. Young lion, everywhere I look, they're dying. Everywhere I look, they're dying. Young lion, won't you get up and start fighting? Everywhere I look, they're hiding. Young lion.
That's right, Young Lion TV, and we are live right now. And yeah, man, I see Jeff in the chat. Shout out to Papa Jeff, Patreon member. He says, to see you guys, I missed you.
He's always saying funny things like that.
Like what?
Just the way he writes.
To see you guys?
Yeah, he always.
Yeah, shout out to him,
He's
man.
doing
Yeah,
that to
we
be
missed
funny.
we missed last week because we had a last minute rehearsal. We had to get in before our trip, but we're back now and we're in the building. So we're going to talk about some stuff. Of course, we got to hit that debate that just happened. Talk about some of that. But yeah, I got with me the fellas over in the other chair. We got, of course, the most confusing man in the podcast world. He's half black, half Indian. He's got the Spanish last name. He is Mr. James Garcia in the building.
What up?
I'm catching up to you, bro. I'm just as dark as you.
And then we have the dark ass Asian. He's the coolest Asian, probably because he's so dark. You know, black people are the coolest people on the planet. So he is the coolest Asian, and he's our brother. We love him. He is Mr. Simone Chang.
What's up?
And of course, we got holding down the production this evening. She's back. Last time we podcasted without her, but she's back. She's feeling better, and we love her. She's the best producer in the world. She is our mom, Miss Angeli Lopez, in the building.
So pretty.
And of course, last but not least, I am navigating these podcast streams and waters for you guys, and I am every light-skinned guy with a beard that you've ever met, / white guy with a beard, Jamie Evans.
I just showed Jamie another guy that looks like him with a beard.
Yeah,
Oh.
some random guy she saw on a she was
Commercial.
watching commercials on Facebook, and there was a guy with a beard, and she was like, "This guy reminds me of you." Every time,
A
every
beard,
time.
if it's like a light colored beard
It
or
was.
ginger.
Yep.
Yeah.
Red
and
beard
he's-
or
and
blonde
he's
beard.
Light skin.
Yep.
That looks like Jamie.
Every time. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you who tune in to see us every week. Sorry we missed you guys last week. Like I said, we had a rehearsal, but we're back. So if you want to support what we do, this is the Young Lion TV podcast, where we just sit down and talk about what's going on in the world, give our perspective on things. We've seen a lot of things in our years growing up as young men in South Jersey. And we've learned a lot, and we realized a lot of the spells that we were under as for kids that grew up in the 80s and 90s. And sometimes our perspective is different because, you know, we have that cool window where we grew up without technology in certain instances, and then we saw it emerge and become a part of everyday life. I remember James was holding out on getting an iPhone for like 10 years. We had to convince that dude to get an iPhone.
He did not like
He
technology.
had a flip phone till
was
like
innocent.
2013.
No, yeah, 2015.
2015 is when you got your first iPhone.
Wow.
Actually donated by you.
Yeah, that's right. I gave you one. I was like, bro, you gotta, because you were running the business.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, you can't run a
can't,
business
yeah.
and not have a smartphone.
That
You
is
got your
true.
email on you, yeah. And I gave you one of my old ones. So yeah. So that perspective of that, and then also us finding our faith in Jesus along the way, and then being in the music business for so long, and all of the spells and traps that we were under at the time, we've seen a lot of those things break off of us, and it became a thing because we talked about a lot of things. We would have these deep conversations. You know, when we were at the gym, sometimes we get out the gym at 1 a.m. and be in the parking lot till 4 a.m. talking about life and everything. And so that's kind of where the podcast started. And then we were just kind of like, let's just do it in front of people. So people, because most of the time when we would have these conversations, especially with men would always say like, I don't really have conversations like this. Or, they would only want to talk about surface level things, sports, women, marriage, what they spent on the lawnmower, the typical man conversation. Yep, got that special grout. I put it in there and, it's doing its job. Guess how much I paid for that? Those conversations, like bragging about that stuff. Yeah, exactly. But we would always try to take things to a deeper level. And sometimes it would get heated, especially with other people when they're so like stuck in certain ideas. But
I think part of it is we all kind of unknowingly arrived at the same place.
Yeah.
Very similarly.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it was. We all kind of just faded out of like certain things and certain thought ideologies.
Yeah.
And programming, and we kind of like, dang, like, have you felt? We're like, yeah, I've been thinking about stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
I specifically remember with you when Elise was born, and we stayed at the house together.
Yeah.
And you would come to me when I would get home from the studio. We would be up late talking, and you'd be like, "Yo, I was on YouTube and I saw this thing," and I'd be like, "Dude, we've been researching that." You know what I mean? And then we would get into these conversations.
That's when YouTube was. You could really.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
It was not being
suppressed.
censored like it is now.
Yep.
You could find anything.
Yep.
And it was a lot of that research that led us to have a lot of these spells broken. So, listen, all that to say, if this is the type of conversation you want to support and have more people exposed to, make sure you hit the like button and share this video so people know that we are live having these type of discussions, because listen, the algorithm doesn't like it. They would rather us be talking about sports or a comedy podcast, just, talking about, right.
You guys are pranking anybody?
right. Or just nonsense, complaining about everything.
Right.
But also, we do have a Patreon if you want to support that as well. If you go to patreon.com/youngliontv, you can sign up to become a member for as little as $3 a month. We have different tiers on there. Shout out to Jeff, who is that last Lion King level Patreon member. And we have a few of those that watch every week. Shout out to Courtney and my mom as well. See, she don't even, you see how she can't just let me.
Because since I'm doing it a different way.
Because I forget, because you're not technically on Patreon.
I know.
But yeah, so shout out to all the Patreon members who support.
She want her cred,
yeah,
bro.
she want her cred. But also, if you want to support in another way, you can get the merch, like the Young Lion hat. I always have people asking me like, yo, what's on? The other day, I was with Liz, we were in Panera Bread, and this old guy came in, and I was like, I had a tank top on, and I had the hat, and he was an older guy, and he walks in, and he looks at me, and he was like, "Oh, you gotta just brag about it, huh?" And I was like, "What?" He was like, "Young Lion." Well, I guess I'm an old monkey.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, "Nah, that's not what it is, man." But it was just funny. Like, people point it out all the time.
Yeah,
so
they do.
it's funny. But you can get the merch, show the world that you are a young lion, or that you are grateful. You see the grateful merch here. Let everybody know that you're grateful for whatever God is doing for you. And, it's a good way to switch people's attitude, too, because when you get in that mentality of just complaining and being down all the time, you see someone showing that they're grateful. It can switch your thinking just like that. But we have plenty of merch on there if you want to support. Get some cool designs and rock it. But, yeah, that's it, man. So we had an interesting weekend. Right?
Yeah.
We got to go to a place we've never been before. Shout out to St. Kitts.
Beautiful St. Kitts.
The beautiful St. Kitts. There was a nickname for that island, though.
Yes. Are you going to say it?
They told us it was called the Land of Sugar.
The Land of Sugar.
Type of sugar.
Sugar in the tank.
Yeah. That was very unexpected about the island.
Oh, Speedo Island, you mean?
Yes. Yeah, bro. It was very apparent.
Jamie asked me, and I said, "Oh, sugar cane."
She thought that because they export. Oh, they must export sugar cane. I was like,
Nah. Because we know in the islands they're really like
Strict.
religious and
well,
in some sense.
Yeah. This is so the smaller islands like St. Kitts, St. Martin, they're not as fully religious as
Yeah.
the rest of the.
This one definitely
Jamaica.
not.
Yeah, we noticed. You know, a lot of times when we go to islands, we don't see that. And
Yeah.
we always say that.
Yeah.
But this time it was like
Everybody
in
girl,
your face, literally everybody.
I'm talking about like the locals though, like not people there to party, like the people that live there. You know what I mean? All the people that were involved with the event, the people that were driving us around, the people that were working in the hotel, like everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brought to them.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But we were there for the St. Kitts Music Festival, which was a really dope event. Like I was
Yeah.
surprised with how well it was put together. Like they took care of us. We got to the airport. First thing they do is put you in this little VIP lounge. They had food there for us and stuff.
drinks.
We was in there with Mary J. Blige's band.
She was there.
Yeah, it was her.
J.
It was
Blige.
Freddie, Mary J. Blige, and Rick Ross.
Of all
were
people.
like the headliners of the night.
Rick Ross.
And a local, island local, Barbados. They're from Barbados.
Yeah.
That band was pretty dope.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, they were. They
had, like,
they
steel
were
drum-
cool.
had
You would have
everything,
loved them.
steel drums.
They had a horn section, steel pan.
Yeah.
You know, huge, and we felt so bad because as it is when you do shows with these big name artists, it becomes a whole struggle of the
Clout.
egos.
Yeah.
And they do these little weird like battles of, well, I don't want to go on right after him. I don't want to go right before him because then it looks like I'm opening for them and I don't want to go, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then they start and they had all the time in the world to work this out ahead of time because these things are all contracted. You know, you get the schedule ahead of time. But no, they want to complain about it the night of the show. You know what I mean? When it's like you're supposed to be on in 2 hours and now you don't want to go on in this slot because it looks like this or looks like that. You know what I mean? And your ego. So then what happened was that band that came all the way from Barbados flew all the way out there, set up that whole setup, and only ended up doing 2 songs because they got bumped.
Oh no.
And we felt so bad for them.
Yeah.
Like it was horrible, man. And
they
they
were
felt bad.
really good,
They were. They were.
Nice.
Very talented musicians. They were playing like covers, like jazz covers, but doing it with like an island feel. It was dope.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the Caribbean is known. Some of the islands, not all of them, known for their jazz festivals.
yeah.
Yeah, they always have festivals.
Yeah.
This was like a 3-day music festival, so they had different nights. Like last night when we were there was like the jazz R&B night, and Rick Ross for some reason. But,
Yeah.
but the night before that was like the soca like reggae night. Yeah,
The last time when we were just a couple weeks ago when we were in BVI, that was a festival too.
yeah, yep. That was
they're always doing.
that was the Virgin Islands Music Festival.
Right.
Yeah. I got a little clip of the night we were there because the production was crazy. Like they had fireworks, they had fire on the stage, sparklers, they had confetti shooting down, lighting. They had a drone flying over us while we were performing. Like it was cool.
Don't blink though, because me and Jake made the little clip.
So did Jordan.
Jordan too.
Yeah,
Jordan made
yeah.
it.
Jordan and Jake and Moan made they did a little promo clip of like how it went that night. So I played. I don't want to play the music because it will get copyrighted, but this was the event.
Yeah, it was a lot of people out there.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was the band we were talking about right there. Dude was playing trumpet in the audience. Look, Jordan. There goes Jordan.
Freddie.
Yep. Jake and Moan right there, boom. That's Mary.
Nice. So this is probably people from other islands that came.
A lot of local people.
Yeah, a
And
lot of
then
people from the States too.
People from the States were there. We saw
Yeah.
them in the airport. Yeah.
And in our resort, we met a girl from where'd she say she was? Brigantine?
Where was this?
The girl that we gave the rest of our stuff to.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Because they know they give us bottles and we can't,
Carry,
You can't bring them.
drink it.
So we had 2 bottles of Johnny Walker.
Yeah.
and we were
I was
about
trying
to
to- yeah,
get
we-
on our flight, and we were just
trying
saying
to
like,
give
"Yo,
it
who
to
can we
random
give this
people.
to?"
And
And
she
she walked by to ask us a question.
No,
and-
no, she was like, oh, you guys are starting early.
Oh yeah. Because what time was it?
It was like 11.
Yeah, it was like 11 on our last day there. Me and Moon were hanging out by the pool for our last time. We had 2 bottles of Johnny Walker.
Do not judge us.
Yeah, and we just gave it to her. She was happy.
She actually followed us, and
Oh, she did.
yeah,
Nice.
she commented. She said thank you for the whatever we gave her.
Yeah, cool, man. Yeah, but that was our weekend, and then coming back on Sunday. No, on Monday. Right? What was it? Sunday or Monday when we came back? Sunday.
Sunday.
I'm so confused.
So
now.
our flight was to Miami, 2:30 from St. Kitts to Miami.
Yeah.
Which is, thank God, because I knew nothing about what's going on in the Caribbean right now
Yeah.
with the hurricane.
Right.
Like we're every time we fly back from the islands, we're always like a little weary when flights are getting canceled or whatever like that. And then we get to Miami, and then boom.
Yeah. Flight got delayed.
10 minutes delayed.
Yeah, it kept getting delayed, which is a bad sign. And then finally, we get the notification it's canceled. And at this point, we're like, okay, we're scrambling. And then it's like they want to try to put you. Then you see the airport's just going into chaos.
Yeah.
Like everyone's in line trying to get on another flight. We're looking online. The only flights they have, the next flights they have available is Tuesday. So we would have had to stay in Miami till today, from Sunday, and then fly back, and then hopefully get home at night today, So it was like, man, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
So after like seeing what we could do, spending a few hours just like checking all the airlines, trying to figure it out, we were like, man, forget it. Let's just rent some cars and drive. So we were like, we'll get home quicker if we just leave now and drive. It was like 2 a.m. So we're like, yo, we're just going to rent some cars, jump in them, and drive 18 hours. We'll be back by 8, 9 o'clock, And that's exactly what we did. We jumped in the car. It was 6 of us. We got 2 SUVs. Yep. You've taken that trip with us before.
You did?
Yeah. Remember when we went to Tallahassee? Remember for the Freddie show. Remember James came with us. Yeah.
I forgot.
I came just so I could see Tad wear that Elton John jacket. I know he is.
That's the trip that made him fall in love with minivans.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Because we took the minivan. We took our old.
the white
man.
Crescent.
Yeah, man, that van went everywhere with us.
Man.
Yeah.
If we would have had a minivan, we probably would have all fit.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were trying to get one vehicle,
Yeah.
because
I
they were.
didn't have it, yeah.
No, it was too expensive.
Oh.
They wanted over $1,000 for a minivan
Yeah.
to drive.
We ended up getting 2, and
2 SUVs. Yeah.
I'm proud of Steve though. I really am.
Yeah.
The dude took the first leg.
Shout out to Steve.
He drove 6 hours,
Yep.
and I drove the rest, the 12. But I was like, I was still, I was tired as heck, bro.
Yeah.
Like, because I really didn't sleep like that.
Mhm.
Because I'm like nervous.
You can't sleep comfortably when someone else is driving through the night because you're like, you're like, I hope they don't fall asleep.
When Steve is
because he doesn't have, he's known to not be able to drive.
Yeah. The last time he had to drive, he drove like under 30 minutes. Bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was
How
like,
come it was just you and Steve driving?
well, I was,
Moan took over and he didn't feel tired, so he drove the rest of the
I
way.
always,
Yeah.
I
trust nobody.
I like.
Yeah,
I
he
like,
would rather be in the driver's seat.
That's kind of the reason, but
Yeah.
That's how I am.
I like driving.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I felt good after like the first hour though.
Yeah.
I was trying to get into that rhythm.
Yeah.
And I was like tired, fighting the tiredness, but then you get into that zone where you're locked in. So I was good, but they kept on asking though.
Yeah.
Steve kept on asking, "Yo, you good?"
Yeah.
Carter was like, "Moon, you good?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'm good. I'll let y'all know if I'm, if I
Right.
can't do it no more." But
Yep. Yeah. I mean, that's one of them things, man. It's not even that bad. Like,
it's not.
I think you get in your head like, oh, I don't want to be in the car that long. It's not that bad.
Yeah,
No, not really.
it
Yeah.
really isn't.
Yeah. But anyway,
We're here. We're safe.
Yeah.
yep,
I'm here.
made it back.
You know, we escaped that hurricane.
Yep.
I feel like that's all God, dude.
Yep.
That's all God, because we could have been stuck in that small little island.
Yep.
Easy.
Yeah, a couple hours, man.
Yep.
Easy.
Yeah.
You know.
I always pray for you guys when you go on trips.
We know, and that helps, Mom. That helps. We definitely appreciate everyone's prayers who prays for us. But yeah, right before we left, there was a major event, that I was like debating whether or not I should watch because, we had to be up at like 2 a.m. to catch this flight. But I was like, I gotta watch this, man.
I couldn't watch all of
He
it.
watched
I
it,
gotta
but
watch
I was
this.
like, I'm going to bed early.
I could
'Cause we
not
got-
watch all of it.
We got to be up at what time? I had to be here by 3.
Yeah,
Well,
Wow.
3:30. 3:30.
you
So
got here by 3:30.
I got here by 3:30, but
Yeah.
I was up by like 2:45.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm going to sleep.
Yeah,
Get this debate that I knew it was gonna be what it was, what it turned out to be.
yeah. But it ended up being a crazy shift in the conversation. What have you guys been seeing as far as like what happened at the debate? Did you watch it?
I watched some of it, but I was just so disappointed in what this has become.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really hear anything that convinced me anything. It just proved more that we need to have term limits for how old these people need to be up there. It's just two guys arguing, talking points. That's all I really got out of it. I didn't really get anything substantial.
Well,
I mean,
for
for me-
the presidency, well, you mean age limit?
Age
age
limits.
limits,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I don't honestly agree with the age limit thing because one man's, as you can see, one man's 81 is not another man's. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, and I get it, but then it's like then you play that game of well, he's doing it, then so I think it's just like we got to have younger people that I feel like are
I don't
running.
agree. I don't agree with that because being younger don't mean that you have the morals and
doesn't.
values
Or the right intentions.
Right
No,
intentions.
No, it doesn't. I'm just saying that I feel like when you have guys that old, like yes, one guy is more cognitive, but still it's like you're playing this game where these guys are, to me, they're past their prime. You know what I mean?
I mean, prime as far as what? Like, I don't see that when you're in a leadership role as far as making decisions and doing things in a smart way. There's no like, unless you're in cognitive decline, like clearly like Biden is.
That. One is definitely way past this.
Well,
prime.
that one, yeah, he shouldn't even be in there now.
Right.
Like we've been talking about that since the last election.
That one is just straight up elderly abuse,
Right.
Because they're using him, as the what's the word I'm looking for? He's that he's not running the show,
Right. Yeah, I think like honestly with Trump, it's a little bit different because this is a guy who's still running. He could still run business. He could still make decisions that are smart as far as like the things that he was doing with China, the things that he was doing in the Middle East, like a lot of those things he's bouncing those ideas off of other people. So if you have the experience and the capability of doing that, I don't think that your age in that case matters. I think it's more of like we have to be honest. We have to be honest about what we see with people.
We're not gonna be. That's the thing. It's like I don't think they'll ever be honest. They'll try to make it. You can tell he's hopped up on. I'm talking about Biden.
Yeah.
Hopped up on so much drugs. You're like, this dude is.
Sorry to cut you off, James, but I think that this has opened its eyes because you asked what has you seen it kind of had like the reverse of what they expected it.
Yeah.
They're trying to get him out now. They're saying that he's too old. I'm seeing stuff like that.
Or that's a plan of theirs to ushering someone new.
It could. I honestly think
I believe that.
that's one of the things that I wanted to bring up is that this could have been by design because the whole last debate they hid him.
They did.
I mean, not the last debate, the whole last campaign. Like remember they were calling him Basement Joe. He was hiding in the basement.
And the narrative was he wasn't going to debate because of health reasons.
Right.
Yeah.
And that would have made him look even weaker.
Yeah.
So they were like, all right, here's what we'll do. We'll put him up. We'll prep him.
Yeah.
But if he does bad, which is a high possibility, it'll also give us this. We can start planning for his replacement.
Yeah.
And ushering someone new. He's going away for health reasons.
But I think even before even they knew he was going to do bad,
Right.
and I think they were looking at the polls. They're looking at
And they
how
can spin
far
it.
ahead
They're
Trump
like,
is.
let's
This is the easiest way
This is the easy spin.
for us to kind of get it out there where people will see it, and we can just act like this is the first time we're seeing this.
Yep.
Instead of we've been covering this up for the past
Yeah.
8 years. You know what I mean?
And we'll give the liberal media some talking points to be like, he looks old, he looks withdrawn,
Right.
So they can start spinning the narrative like his health is declining.
Yeah.
He needs to exit.
Right.
I think, like, if you're running for president, we see this going on. The public clearly sees this dude as an old man.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him.
Right.
Even though, I don't respect the dude for pretty much taking advantage of the whole system, his whole career.
whole life, yeah.
I think, there should be like a cognitive, if you're healthy enough to be a leader.
Well, he refuses to take it.
No, that's what I'm saying. It should be in place.
Right.
Where if you're running for president,
you
it
don't
should be in
You
place.
can't
have a
opt out of
choice.
that. Yeah.
It's like when you go into the police force, you have
Right.
to take a mental evaluation. When you go into the military, all these things.
Yeah.
So there should be one. If you're going to be running the biggest country, most powerful country in the world, you should have to take some kind of mental awareness.
Not only mental, I think physical too. Like, you need to be strong enough to be able to do all these things that the president they have to go here, go there. Like, this is
It's a lot. It requires a lot. Or sometimes too, like I said, the term limits isn't just because I'm disappointed at the age of these guys. It's more this. He is a career politician, and he's just playing a role too.
Yeah.
He is 50 years in service, 50 years plus, right?
Probably.
Okay, so
over that.
If not more, yeah.
I think what people don't understand is this. I don't think his desire is to be the president. I think that's an agreement that he has made with his handlers. I don't think he's.
I think he does.
I think he wanted because
he wanted
all
that.
of those dudes that are career politicians, the ultimate goal.
No, the first term, yes,
right,
but not this term.
Right,
he knows. Right. He knows that the first term, of course, he's going out.
Right.
It is in history that he is
he's a president.
The
yeah.
46th?
46th, yeah.
Right. Okay. So did he want to accomplish that goal? Yes, but not now.
I don't know because
the dude is so prideful, man, and he's arrogant.
Not only that, it's like when you're a career politician, again, like they have these benchmarks, and one of them is yes to become president, but a 2-term president.
Yeah, that's
it's such an ego thing.
It is, but I'm listening to the language when he says they won't let me answer their questions. Like he's basically spilling the tea.
He is.
So I'm saying it's like you can't really be proud of your presidency, and you're basically admitting that I can't answer questions.
Well, he is an old man too. Sometimes like you say things you don't want to say.
And he can blame it on that. He
but
can say, I'm an old man.
I think these dudes are so narcissistic.
That's true.
They will tell you the truth, but still,
can it be a combination of all those little, like his ego wants him to win, but he knows, all right, Joe, we need you to step up. But here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna stumble. I don't know what's happening back there.
Like I heard reports that a lot of it is Jill Biden too, his wife Jill. Yeah, like she is obsessed with the power right now, and like
what does power she have?
She's the first lady. You know what I mean?
She looks silly.
But there was a they were talking about how after the debate she kind of like hid him away from everybody and wouldn't let him talk to anyone. Wouldn't let him talk to Obama. Wouldn't let him talk to anybody.
She's power tripping
because she doesn't want anyone to convince him to drop out. He had a whole meeting with his family, and they're telling him like, look. There was talking about elder abuse. There was a hashtag elder abuse going because of Jill, and all these people are. Like,
I saw the thing on The View where she was on The View and someone spliced it, and they were like, she's talking about he's ready to go.
Yeah.
He's a dynamo, and it's like no, he's not.
Yeah, no one believes that, but listen, they were trying to convince us. We played the clip on here where they were saying Joe Biden is sharper than he's ever been.
Yeah.
This is the best version of Joe Biden we've
They
ever.
all use the same.
Y'all
talking
think we're
points.
stupid?
But what I'm saying is, you can't go on for months trying to convince us of that, and then all of a sudden, it's not. All of a sudden, it's something else. You know,
But Trump, but think about it. Trump standing there next to that man, and I just kept looking at him like saying, "What am I doing here?" Like he was like making these faces.
Yeah, he was kept staring off into space
Yeah,
and getting
it's
caught.
like, what the heck
there's
am
so
I
many
doing
memes
here?
created.
I know.
Yeah.
It's
But you know, of course, a lot of the people that are like vote blue no matter who, a lot of like Democrat, just brainwashed Democrats. A lot of people that we know. I saw a bunch of people on Facebook saying
Yeah.
they of course could not deny how bad Biden looked at the debate, but the narrative then switched to, they both suck. What are we gonna do now? We got one guy who can't talk, and we got one guy who only lies. Like
Yeah,
Joe
that's
Biden.
what
Like
they
Joe
were saying.
Biden told no lies. He can't talk, but he did tell a bunch of lies during the debate.
He's been telling lies his whole career.
That's what he kept saying about Trump.
He's been caught.
Yeah.
Straight up lying
Yeah.
about his college career.
He had to
Everything.
drop out of his first presidential race because he got caught in a
Yeah.
bunch
he
of lies.
plagiarized.
Yeah.
You notice
No,
how
he also made up his whole college history.
Yeah.
And
He
it
you
was-
notice how he kept telling Trump he was a liar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And
the whole
it's
point of the
He's
conviction.
the liar.
Yeah,
he
the
can
whole
say
point is so he can keep saying
he's a
that
felon.
he's a convicted. This guy's a convicted felon.
Well, you're a non-convicted felon.
But you heard Trump said that to him. He's like,
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said
Yeah.
your son is a convicted felon now at this point, and you should be convicted too because of all the stuff you guys did. He brought up Ukraine. He brought up, you know. But I just want to show this video of Jill directly after the debate. When everyone saw the debate, even people on the left were saying how bad Joe Biden did. This was Jill Biden talking to people after the debate.
Joe, you did such a great job. You answered every question. You knew all the facts.
Look at him.
And let me ask the crowd, what did Trump do? Why?
Yeah, they're saying
Oh my gosh.
Jill is the one. Jill is the one.
You
But look
answered all the questions.
look at this. Doesn't this remind you of like that mom whose son just like went up there at the talent show and he did a horrible job, but the mom takes him like out to eat afterwards in front of the family, and she's like, "You did such an amazing job. You went up there, you sang all the notes right. You should have won. Those judges were horrible."
And look at him beside
Yeah, look at that
her.
look on his
He
face.
looks terrible.
Yeah, he's an old man. What is he? 81.
Yeah, but again, old is not like there. You know how many 81-year-olds I know that are still with it.
Listen, my mom is 94. I mean 93, and she has more. You know, her mind is not
How
there. that
James,
much.
how old was your boy from Trinidad that climbed the coconut tree or whatever he did?
The breadfruit. Paul Navarro. Paul
How old
Navarro.
was he? 90?
98.
98.
He was 98 when we talked to
Come
him.
on,
And
man.
think about, he was nothing like this.
No.
That dude was telling us, he remembered everything. He was telling us stories, talking about stuff. He was reading us his calypsos that he wrote.
Bro, old don't mean nothing, man. Look at Gavin Newsom. He's young, he's handsome.
That's probably who they're going to
He's-
try and replace him with.
That's what I was thinking,
He's
too.
handsome. He's has this like charisma to him. But
Yeah.
do you really want that dude? You know what I mean? Xi Jinping's best friend.
Right. Yeah, I mean, let's bring this up real quick. I saw this tweet right here. It says, according to leaked polling numbers from the Democrat firm Open Labs, this map falls within the margin of error. Again, this is their own polling data. Look at this map.
Dang, that's
Look at this map.
wow.
This is from after the debate. They polled people.
Is Oregon blue because of Portland?
Of course. Of course. California's blue. New York, New Jersey, of course.
Come on, New Jersey.
No, right?
Yeah.
So mad.
New York is blue because of New York City. That's the only reason. And maybe, like Buffalo or Syracuse. But yeah.
Even Pennsylvania's red.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, all the swing states are like going I mean, it's becoming so apparent. Let's play a couple moments from the debate. Bless you.
God bless.
For those that didn't see it, this was one of the Patrick David called this the "cause you'd be in jail" moment from the debate. Remember that with Hillary Clinton? Mm-hmm.
Because you'd be in jail.
Yeah. But that is one of the reasons why they did the mic cutting off thing, because they expected it to hurt Trump. Yeah. And it ended up hurting Biden. Like, most of the people showed clips of like how many times Biden tried to jump in, but his mic was cut off.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is one of those moments. Where's the audio? Oh, come on, X.
Yo, he looks so pale.
Right? Where's the audio?
Brendan said, "Hey guys, I knew the debate would be the hot topic today."
Yeah, man.
Of course.
Why is the audio not working on that? We just lost audio, guys.
Uh-oh, Raggy.
Let me check this real quick.
I saw, I listened to the audio of the whole golf thing. It was hilarious.
What golf thing?
The
yeah.
golf exchange.
Yeah, did you guys see that when they were arguing about who could hit a better golf ball?
That was funny.
That was dumb. Hold on, let me see if I can fix
Brendan
this.
said, "How was the show?"
Show was good, man. We talked about it at the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah, there was a lot of people out there.
Absolutely panic.
Okay, I think we're good. I'm gonna reload this again.
On the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump? I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look, we had the safest border in the history of our country.
Yeah.
Did you see Biden look at him like?
Yeah.
I don't even think he was trying to be funny. I think that's
he was being honest,
Yeah.
because the dude just said a bunch of mash words that made no sense because they were talking about the border. Yeah. So now let's play this other clip. This was another highlight because for all those that were saying all Trump did was lie, let's listen to this whopper from Joe Biden right here.
That we were this safe country. The truth is, I'm the only president this century that doesn't have this decade, that doesn't have any troops dying anywhere in the world like he did.
President.
This dude said he's the only president, first of all, in the century and then in the decade that didn't have any troops dying during his watch. Wow. Where you get what?
You know how many that's what I mean. He's like so senile.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
do you know how many wars we're in, sir?
But that's why people are like, "Yo, what is he doing?" You know. I remember in the middle of the debate, because I watched the whole thing, even though I had to get up. In the middle of the debate, I'm strolling X at the same time to see like people's reactions, and I saw this from CNBC News. Look at this article. Oh wait, let's go back because I think it says. New 45 minutes into the debate, a source familiar with the president's debate prep confirmed that President Biden has had a cold for the past few days. Like they were trying to,
That's why he's doing bad.
They were trying to do damage control in real time. I saw it happening.
Meanwhile, Jill is like on the other side doing the opposite.
Yeah.
He's better than ever.
Yeah, he's been doing great. You did a great job. Yeah. Speaking of Jill, let me show this other clip. Oh, no, this was funny. So people were pointing out on X how Dana Bash was trying to help Biden in the middle. Watch this right here.
President Biden, a record number of migrants have illegally crossed the southern border on your watch.
You see what she's doing? She's trying to get, because Biden was like staring off into space, and she's trying to tell him to look at Jake Tapper.
President Biden, a record number of migrants have illegally crossed the southern border on your watch. Overwhelming border states And under the issue of immigration and border security, President Biden, a record number of migrants have illegally crossed the
People try to help him, just like the
I
whole,
mean, well, this-
just like the whole parachute thing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know who that was. That was like the prime minister of.
That was the president of Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's over there
They
in the
know.
distance when he's supposed to be. All the leaders are supposed to be paying attention to this right here.
But this is the thing. Again,
this way.
that story, instead of them being honest and being like, so what do you think changed? Because that story right there, they tried to spin that and they came up with the whole cheap fake thing. We talked about that, right? So what do you think changed where they're now ready to say that something's wrong? Because they weren't ready. That was a couple weeks ago. They weren't ready.
Yep.
Well, what changed was, I think, social media and people reacting to it, because obviously you can't listen to the punditry of it.
Yeah.
But social media is a better gauge of how the public feels.
Right, and showing clips in and out of context, it's easy to cover those up and say, well, no, this is not real. This didn't really happen. But when you have to watch a 90-minute debate of a man that like sounds like he's falling asleep the whole time. His opening statement, he was mumbling and messing up his words.
Yeah.
Like, and then the whole time he can't.
This is the backup plan.
Yeah.
The backup plan is, hey, we're going to put him in there to show that he's not weak and afraid of Trump. But if it goes left, then we're going to start coming up with the idea that he's sick, he's not feeling too good, you know.
Yeah, we need to get him out of there.
But
And
from
when
what
he
you're
does,
just telling
and
me,
when he does bad, then maybe he is unfit.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think they started on that train and then something shifted because just today, like, they all started changing their tune. I saw all the pundits coming out, all the news anchors saying, like, the ones that were openly saying he needs to drop out now saying, like, we'll never give up on Joe. You know what I mean? So I think they got the call. Like, the financial backers who are still, you know, they're like telling them, no, we don't have no other choice. Because a lot of these people are saying, like, even though Joe is horrible, we still need to vote for him so Trump can't get back in. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't get it. This is a ship,
This is the anything but Trump train, bro.
bro.
We can't let Trump
We're
win.
on we're on a boat. You want the captain to not be the best.
Think about this, dude. Think about this in terms of sports fanatics, right? Let's just go there so you can wrap your mind around it, because this is what it's become politically, right?
Basically, let me speak to you in layman's terms.
Let me speak to you in like how people psychologically react to things, right? Because we're looking at it objectively saying like, this is our country. Clearly this man can't run our country. But if you look at it with a fanatical standpoint, and we'll use sports as the example. So if, say, let's go Eagles and Dallas, right? Eagles and Cowboys. Say the Dallas Cowboys become this like phenomenal team, stand-up guys, you know, and they have a chance to win the Super Bowl, right? And then the Eagles are in the Super Bowl with the Cowboys too, right? But then you find out the Eagles have been cheating. They've been like doing a lot of stuff behind closed doors.
First of all, I get your analogy, but they can't be in the Super Bowl together because...
What? Dude, it's like, come on, man. See, you can't even let the hypothetical happen.
No, I get you.
But people that are Eagles fans are not going to care. Especially because it's Dallas.
They're not, you're right.
So they're going to say like, even if the Eagles can't be in the Super Bowl because they got caught cheating, we need a team that could beat Dallas.
Right.
It doesn't matter if Dallas is a great stand-up team. They got players on there that are from your home. They got good character. It's just Dallas can't win. I don't care.
It's that. I mean, we say it all the time. That's how humans are.
Yeah.
They're tribal.
Yes.
They're very tribal. But, you know, I'd like to say we're not like that.
No.
You know.
I don't think we are. I think
like logically,
maybe we used to be.
Yeah.
You
Definitely
know?
used to be.
Yeah.
Definitely used to be. Because I voted for Obama. He got me.
What's that noise?
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know.
Then put his chair.
Oh.
Whose chair?
Probably your chair.
My chair? No.
I don't know.
I
Anyway,
kept hearing it too. I'm like,
I want to show this other clip from the end of the debate. A lot of people missed this part. This was interesting because it pretty much wrapped up what everyone was thinking the entire time on the debate. So this is very subtle, but you have to watch it to see the dynamic. So this is the very end when they're walking off. Ready? Let's mute the music. You don't need it. I don't want to get copyright. So debate's over. Trump just kind of strolls off. You know, he's like, I'm out of here. Did my job. On to the next. Now let's watch. Let's watch this. Keep in mind, this is one small step for mankind. Look how he got to get down from that one step, and how Jill has to hold his hands.
And there's a dude there to make sure that he's not falling.
Right. Look at the difference. Well, watch him get down from one step.
Bro, the way that he walks is like...
She was like, didn't I tell you to look over there?
Yeah, but people were people have been tweeting all this stuff like, yo.
I mean, it's obvious, you know?
It's becoming way too obvious.
But didn't they try to spin it?
Spin it what? Oh, yeah. The narrative around that became, you know, Trump walks off alone while Biden's wife goes to greet him and he walks off with his wife, you know, and Trump walks off alone. No one comes to greet him. That's how they
guys. They think y'all stupid.
Yeah,
they think y'all stupid. Come on, man.
Somebody posted this thing on Biden as a robot, like on his body.
Yeah,
and they're saying, I'm trying to get the glitches before he goes on.
Right.
Jeez.
Theros is in the house. She said, "Hey, family. How was the trip?" And then she said Roosevelt was in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
So,
what's that got to do with? You know, and a lot of people said that he wasn't cognitively there either. Like at the end of his presidency,
he was always drugged up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But again, look what happened under him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Look what was pushed through under him that happened to this country.
Yeah.
Because you have a deep state apparatus that is able to do whatever they want because they have a guy up there that really has no say. Mm-hmm. He's not going to get out there and go against what they're saying. He's not. Look at what happened to a John F. Kennedy who found out what was really going on with the CIA, the stuff that they were doing. He starts giving speeches talking about what he's not going to allow happen. Look what happened to him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got people like this trying to convince you of some nonsense. Nancy Pelosi after the fact. Listen to her.
And you know, while he may be saying we're enablers, we see Joe Biden up close. We know how attuned he is to the issues, how informed he is. And I debate with him about legislation, not debate, but discuss it with him. He's right there. So in any case, it was a bad night. Let's not sugarcoat that. It was a bad night. It was a great...
Oh, that's not the whole clip. So right before that, let me see if I can find it. Right before that, she says, you know, people have seen Trump and said that he has dementia. Trump.
Okay.
And then she goes on to say how Biden is right with it.
They all say that. All of them have said he's sharp, he's this.
Yeah.
But we never see it.
Right. We haven't seen that at all.
Where's the sharpness?
Yeah. I want to see if I can find it because I had it. What?
It's just a joke.
Ferris.
What?
She said, "Yeah, see, I'm so
Go out there and show he has the
we don't have a chance. A felon and an older man that's not there either."
Yeah. I mean, a felon. Calling Trump a felon is like, you know.
Yeah.
That's such a tactic that they used.
That was the whole point of it, though.
That was the whole point.
Yeah.
Just to get him to be able to say that. That's all.
They created a fake case in a state that was totally against him. The dude involved when it ran on the fact that he was going to convict Trump. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, the Supreme Court now is looking into the case because they're like, wait, none of this makes any sense.
Not only that, but most of the entrepreneurs in New York they've put up money to help Trump.
Yeah.
Because they don't want this. They don't want this to become a precedent.
Right.
Yeah.
You know. So most of the businesses, Larry, what's his name?
Dude from Shark Tank.
Shark Tank.
Yeah.
He came out to say that, you know.
But that's a different case. He got convicted on the stupid hush money thing, trying to make it into. First of all, it's even the charge itself, using the misappropriation of documents as far as that's a misdemeanor. Mm-hmm. But they were able to tie it to some other fake trumped up thing about campaign finance to turn it into a felony charge.
Yeah, because it just needed that word felony.
Right, but they've never actually showed the connection. They never actually came out and said this is what connects it to a felony.
Well, you know what this proves, though? To me, what it proves is that the American public really we're more in tune to talking points than we are
headlines.
Yeah. So once you say felon, once you say certain things, criminal, underbelly, once you say those kind of things.
Not all American people believe this. So this opened,
a
lot of people's eyes because after that, he raised like mad money.
Yeah.
People supporting them like
the most ever in history.
Yeah. Communities coming, coming together and seeing that.
Right.
It's a witch hunt.
What it is they know that most people don't have the time to actually research the case, actually know what's really going on. So they're gonna look for the headlines.
Want to. Some people just don't want to.
So, and they know that most people are low information voters. No offense to anybody out there, but most people are low information voters. So we were just talking about how debates are ridiculous to begin with. Like I think debates do nothing for elections. But they still do them all the time because they know that the most low information voters are going to watch the debate. They're going to listen for those cue words that they want to hear, like pro-life or pro-choice or these stupid like talking points and headline points that are going to secure their vote or make them feel okay with, well, I'm voting for him because he said Medicare for all. You know what I mean? Not knowing that this dude is in bed with the pharmaceutical companies and you're never going to get what you think you're going to get out of that. Like people don't do the research to know the deeper levels of that. So so they knew that if we can just tag that, they had the billboards the next day. Convicted felon. I'm not voting for a convicted felon. They know that
they
once
had that ready.
So if they can figure out, and the judge was doing everything he could in that case to make sure the jury convicted him. He was giving them all the talking points to be like, just find some reason to convict him. Like you don't even have to agree. Everybody doesn't even have to agree.
Right. And they know that most people are gonna vote party and not policy.
Yeah.
So people are really gonna go and look up the policies and see how it's gonna affect them long term. They're loyal to the party, not looking at the policies and seeing how these policies will affect them. If not affect them, affect their children or their grandchildren.
Right.
Because these type of policies are 20, 30, 40 year for a long time. They're going to affect a lot of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think people don't have an understanding and a grasp of a lot of how this country works a lot of times. So they are able to be fooled and tricked into thinking that someone is being like they talked about I see them constantly talking about the Roe v. Wade decision, and saying that like Trump put these Supreme Court justices in that were going to do his bidding and overturn Roe v. Wade, but they don't understand that Roe v. Wade was never a lawful decision to begin with. And the problem is that the Supreme Court looked at the case and said, yeah, this should have never happened. And they put the decision back to the states. Right. That doesn't mean that abortion is banned. Right. Like people have been so brainwashed and fooled by those words, that they don't know the deeper workings of how things go.
They don't know. Even people that are like The View. I bring this up all the time.
Yeah.
When that got overturned, I remember they were in the Bahamas or something like that.
Yeah.
Talking trash about the U.S.
Yeah.
Right? But they're in the Bahamas.
Right.
Where
abortion is banned.
You're
right.
Y'all don't know.
Yeah.
Or they called it sexist, but the Supreme Court justice at the time were all men.
Yeah.
Voted on
it. Right.
And you have somebody like the lead singer from Green Day who's, on stage saying that he'll never go back to the States. but you're in Great Britain, where
the laws are stricter there.
Yeah. Most of the states here is like what 27 weeks.
Yeah,
over there is like
That's the way this country was always designed, though, is that the states are to decide the laws, which is voted on by the people of that state. They're the ones that put the legislators in place. So all they did was give that power back to the states.
It was never banned. Yes,
but because when during the debate, I keep hearing that talking point of people saying, "Well, Trump lied because he said that." Everybody wanted Roe v. Wade to be overturned, and so they're in everyone's mind. They're like, none of us wanted abortion to be banned. Right. That's not what he's saying there. Well, you're calling him a liar because you don't understand what he's talking about. He's talking about how most people wanted the power back at the state level, right? And that's the true thing.
So part of the floor, and I agree with you about the debate thing. I think it's useless, and I think part of that is this. This is where the media. This is where the media is that the media is playing a team. It's a team sport.
Yeah.
Because if we were truly truthful about information, what would actually happen in a debate would be this: there would be two opposing candidates, and then the people asking the questions can have someone fact checking the answers and the rebuttals.
Right.
Right then and there.
Yeah.
Because without that, then what you have is two people just going back and forth each other.
Yeah.
And then it's left up to the public to make up their opinion. Now, you already know that they're going to be swayed because I'm already on this team. I'm on this team. I'm going to see what I want to see. But this is why I feel like if it was truly about getting to the bottom of what's best for this country, if we're going to have this debate and let's just say either candidate made a statement, and that was being fact-checked right away.
Yeah.
And right as soon as he's done, well, actually, no, sir, this is this, and this, and this. People, you couldn't spin that because it's being fact-checked.
Well, this is the thing. They can spin anything.
Fact-checking.
They can spin anything.
It's corrupt as hell.
Yeah. But that's the problem, is because
I'm saying
all of
unbiased media, if it was.
There is no unbiased media. So that's the problem. Like if it's on CNN, the fact checking is only going to go one way. If it's on Fox News, the fact checking is only going to go one way. So people are always going to say, "Oh, that was one sided." Right. They're never going to believe those fact checks. You know what I mean? That's why, for me, I'm on X because I'm watching.
It has to be independent. It can't be a news media.
I want to show this because this was a moment where he got fact checked in real time.
Hold up, you guys are saying like the debates are like nonsense, but I don't know. Is it though? Because there's so many clips that came from like debates where it like swayed people a certain way. Like Trump is telling the truth, and it's funny as heck. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
this is what I'm saying. They've always been until Trump.
Yeah, you're right.
They've always been nonsense until Trump. Like it's always been. Trump has mastered the fact that the idea of getting to a debate and getting people's attention, you know what I mean, and winning over people in debates. The last election, they did a great job of just turning that against him in a lot of ways, and I think they were trying to do that again with this debate, but it backfired because it just exposed Joe's cognitive decline.
Yeah.
But I want to show this example of him being fact checked in real time because this was hilarious too. I was watching this and I was laughing during the debate. So. This is Biden talking about the border patrol because they were talking about the border and Biden's lying, saying that the border is more secure than it's ever been, But this is him talking about the border patrol backing him.
We significantly increased the number of asylum officers. By the way, the border patrol endorsed my position. In addition to that, we found ourselves in a situation where when he was president, he was taking separate.
Yeah, so he said the border patrol endorsed him, right? And then the Border Patrol came out and tweeted in real time, to be clear, we never have and never will endorse Joe Biden. So, because right after that, Trump...
I'll take that.
But Trump says right after that, there's no way they endorsed you. They endorsed me. You know what I mean?
That's real fact checking.
That's what I'm saying.
In real time.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But most people aren't going to take the time to go on X and look for that. Look for what people are saying. That's the problem.
The format, the modern format is a part of the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me show this clip. So this is Jake Tapper. I was actually like pretty surprised that he came out speaking against, because he was there. He was at the debate. He came out and he was speaking against all the people that have been trying to spin this. So let's play that real quick.
A discernible pattern of Democratic officials seemingly trying to convince you, the public, to not believe what you saw and what you heard with your eyes and with your ears on Thursday night. Democratic officials have tried to spin this in many ways. They said President Biden just had a cold. They said it was just one off night, akin to when President Obama in 2012 was rusty and seemed a little huffy. But behind the scenes, make no mistake, most Democratic officials witnessed the same shocking spectacle that you did.
I just want to stop and say it's only shocking to those that have been denying it for so long. To us, we expected it.
Yep.
To us, like we were just talking about the week before. How many times did we show all his nonsense?
Yeah.
You know.
That's why. Because I knew what it was gonna be. I'm like, I'm going to sleep.
And it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
This was in my brain. I'll see all the
clips afterwards.
The funny clips afterwards.
But this is the thing. I wanted to watch it because I wanted to see in real time if they tried to save him, if they tried to step in, which they did a couple times, but it still bit them. Like the one time when he couldn't find his words and Jake Tapper just cut him off. That's when he cut him off and was like, okay, thank you, Mr. President. That's when Trump was like, I don't know what he just said. Yeah.
Like, I mean, to be honest, I was surprised he was able to speak some stuff. Like I thought he was gonna be like totally.
That's what Jake said. Actually,
listen, they pumped him up backstage.
They always pump him up. But Jake, Jake said the same thing, pretty much saying that he was surprised that he didn't mess up as much as
I thought he was gonna be. Like,
he thought he was.
He messed up a lot.
He did. But I thought it was gonna be worse. Like I thought he was gonna be so bad.
I mean, clearly there was like he had some cards he was looking at where he was reading answers off of. There was
some clips.
Looked like he had an earpiece.
It looked like he was listening.
Yeah.
To people.
Right.
Telling them
because he would say something wrong and then correct it real quick, which he usually doesn't do. He would say something totally wrong, like numbers wise, like he said something about there's more trillionaires in the world.
Bro, and that's another thing too. There should be rules like. Hillary got caught doing that. There should be somebody checking for stuff.
Yeah.
If you're wired, if you have, an earpiece, all that stuff. It don't matter. It don't matter who you are. You're the president right now. You're whatever. You're doing a debate. Let's
make
check
sure there's no devices. Yeah.
Narrated by Joe Rogan and Jamie.
Yeah.
Take a drug test.
Take
a drug test. Yeah. Let's see how you are.
Yeah. But Trump asked for a drug test and he refused. Why do you think that is?
You can't. It should the rules.
They give him an Adderall cocktail.
Yeah.
Back there.
Let's keep watching this clip.
The difficulty that the presumptive Democratic nominee, the current president of the United States, had just articulating his basic thoughts during the 90 minutes of the debate. With all due respect, it is not honest to say that this is just one night. Mm-hmm. There have been moments like this that people have seen in front of the cameras and other moments with cameras not there. Just 2 weeks ago, let me just show this clip. There was another moment like this, not just a senior losing a train of thought, but something else going on.
We showed this clip. That
here he is. It was an event about immigration. He tries to introduce DHS Secretary Mayorkas, and there's some sort of glitch. I don't know what it is. Let's roll that tape.
Thanks to all the members of Congress and Homeland Security Secretary. I'm not sure you're going to understand. But all kidding aside, Secretary Mayorkas.
I don't know what that was.
Look, he don't want to know what to say.
That doesn't trouble me at all, Jake.
That doesn't trouble me at all, Jake. Right. Well, it troubles the voters because clearly people are changing their minds. Like I saw a bunch of one of the funny things I showed Moan this too. There was people were showing what they were saying on Black Twitter or Black X. Mm-hmm. Just look at some. I'm gonna bleep out the cuss words, but look at some of these tweets. This was just like random people tweeting during the debate. It says, "This N-word Biden getting cooked already." Somebody else tweeted, "Rip this N-word Biden. Bruh, this N-word Biden finna fold. OMG. Why he talking like that? This N-word Biden is so effing old, man. Yo, this N-word Biden is gone. This N-word Biden geeked out his mind." Hey, yo, what the F does Joe Biden walk in like that? This N-word a robot. Like, people were going in on him during the debate. So they had to send in the big dogs for the black people. They noticed that black people was not feeling it. They had to send in the big guns.
Right.
Did you see this clip?
I did not.
With Taraji and Kamala.
Oh boy.
This is like one of the cringiest propaganda pieces ever.
What are you hearing?
Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets. And let me tell you, you're right, Taraji. There is so much at stake in this moment. The majority of us believe in freedom and equality. But these extremists, as they say, they not like us. They not. There's a full-on attack on our fundamental freedoms. The freedom to vote.
You talk like that, Kamala?
The freedom to love who you love. The freedom to be safe from gun violence. The freedom for a woman to make decisions about her own body, not having her government tell her what to do.
Yeah. They brought in the sister girls.
What else for the BET Awards?
Yo, it's straight up pandering.
Yeah.
First of all, why are you talking like that?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. And then did you see Taraji's rant on the BET Awards?
I did see that.
Yeah. Let's play that real quick.
I don't want to see it.
Clearly she got the call. Like, they need her to get all the black women and black men in line.
Time for us to play chess, not checkers. It's about making decisions that will affect us.
So basically what she's saying is, we know Joe Biden look crazy and old, but we got to vote for him no matter what, because, He
done locked all our, fathers and
and uncles and brothers and cousins up in the 90s.
Messing up our communities.
Yep.
But vote for him.
Yeah.
Human beings, our careers, our next generations to come. Did you know that it is now a crime to be homeless?
What is she talking about?
Yeah, right.
What is she talking about?
Attention. It's not a secret. Look it up. They are attacking our most vulnerable citizens. The Project 2025 plan is not a game. Look it up.
And then she goes on to say, like, something about you got to get in these MAGA people's face or something like that. Yeah, but they need Taraji to get the people in line.
I hate when they say MAGA people. Make America great again? What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
MAGA.
Yeah, they don't want to make America great again.
So
they want to
stupid.
They want to keep making it fall apart like it is right now. And of course we had Joy Ann Reid come out with a video to tell you how racist everyone is.
This election is no longer about the old guy that's in the White House now. Like, all the op-ed pages and the New York Times can run around and opine about, what Joe Biden should do. And, y'all have fun with that. Enjoy yourselves, intellectual thought leaders. I no longer care.
Yeah, we know that. So you've been telling everyone forever that Joe Biden is fine and that he's the greatest president ever, and that, there's nothing wrong with his mental acuity. But now that it's been exposed, you don't care anymore. You don't care what the experts say. You don't care what the New York Times says. But before, the New York Times was the end-all, be-all. Bring it back up, Mom.
Doesn't matter to me anymore. It's above me now. It's above me now. There's a Waffle House next door. There's a Best Western next door as well. It's above me now. It's above Joe Biden now. Don't care about Joe Biden's
What's that mean?
age,
I don't know.
infirmity that he shuffled when he walked. I don't care. He could be seated for the rest of from now to Election Day and never get up off a chair. He could sit down. He could roll around in a wheelchair. He could be on a skateboard, seated. I don't care. Donald John Trump cannot be allowed back into the White House.
And that's it right there. That's
Why?
all it's about.
But I actually think that, to me, for the people that are on the fence, at least with the idea of I'm loyal, if they see this and they're still not convinced, you're not going to convince them anyway.
No.
Yeah.
So you might as well just
But she's one of those people.
She's one of those people.
Joe Biden could get up. Joe Biden could get on stage tomorrow and say, "I hate these niggas. They're the worst." You know what I mean? They better vote for me because otherwise they're stupid. He could get up there and say all of that, and they would still vote for him. They would still vote for him. They would still make excuses.
They'd make a skit out of it.
They would make excuses. They would say, "Oh, he didn't mean what he meant to say was." I actually feel good about someone being honest about how they feel.
And to me, she's actually telling on herself.
Yeah.
Really, if you really stop and think about it, she's telling you that, even though this man is in severe cognitive decline, I'm doing it anyway.
Right. And she's telling you that she's never going to be honest about Trump no matter what.
Right.
She don't have it in her.
It's funny, but they're all telling on themselves.
That's why social media is great. Because now we have that for her.
Who watches her show? Why does she
I never even
still
saw
have
her.
I don't know.
You never seen Joy Reid?
No.
You never saw Joy Reid? Oh, well, you don't watch MSNBC. That's why. But then on the other end of things, while Biden's in our White House, we look weak right now. This interview is going viral on the Sage Steele show because these two dudes were talking about like being in the back rooms with Trump and the stuff that he did. So let's watch this real quick.
Have lost 7 United States embassies under his presidency.
Yes. What does that mean?
So we have embassies all over the world in every country. That is essentially sovereign American territory. Under his watch, we have had to evacuate 7 United States embassies.
They're talking about Joe Biden.
Yeah.
So under his watch, we've had 7 U.S. embassies evacuated because people don't respect us anymore, because people see us as weak.
Not know
That has never happened in American history.
So weak
never.
we are.
That's how weak we are. That's how weak we are on the world stage. That's how bad it is.
Okay, help me. Why has that happened? Why are we evacuating? Because there's no protection. There's no fear.
I'm gonna say real quick, and I'm gonna give it to Wesley.
Yeah.
When you are weak, and our adversaries know you're weak, they push you. It's no different than the bully in the schoolyard. If you're timid and the bully knows he can get away with it, what happens? He comes for your lunch money every single week.
You mean like China putting balloons right over our military, buying up all the farmland right near military installments?
Up under our
You mean
nose.
like Russia sending nukes to Cuba? You mean like him taking Ukraine?
Yeah.
It's almost as if they feel like we're weak right now.
Single day.
Until you punch back.
Until you punch back. We have been weak under Joe Biden. And so our adversaries around the globe, big and small, know that they can push us. Go ahead, Wesley, you go. You can talk.
I'm gonna give you my favorite President Trump story. This is my number one favorite of all time. When we were negotiating with the Taliban, while President Trump was still the president, President Trump wanted to get out of Afghanistan, but he wanted a conditions-based withdrawal, meaning that you do what we tell you to do, and then we will start pulling troops back slowly as long as you abide by our rules. It's President Trump and Mike Pompeo, and they are talking to Taliban leadership in the room, and they had one translator in the room. President Trump looked at the Taliban leader and said this: I want to leave Afghanistan, but it's going to be a conditions-based withdrawal. And translator translated. And he said, if you harm a hair on a single American, I'm going to kill you. And the translator goes, and Trump goes, tell him. Tell him what I said. Tell him what I said. Reached in his pocket, pulled out a satellite photo of the leader of the Taliban's home and handed it to him.
Shut up.
Got up and walked out the room.
Sure did.
Do you know for 18 months not a single American was killed in Afghanistan?
Sure did.
That's the definition of strength. That's what I'm talking about.
And that's the stuff he was known to be doing. Even with, like, he talked about in the interview, the conversation he had with Putin. Like, he had his little subtle ways of letting them know, like, don't try me. He did it with Kim Jong, and then ended up going to North Korea, stepping across without his Secret Service, something that nobody has done.
Yeah.
And the dude respected him.
Yeah. But they made him look a certain way because he was talking to Putin. He was talking to Kim Jong. Aren't you supposed to talk to?
That's what I'm saying. they took all of that stuff and tried to spin it in the media. Like why is he doing this? You know, why is he talking to these people? And then we look at it now and we're saying, why are we so weak? Why is all this stuff happening?
Right.
I mean, but these are two black men that have been around Trump.
That's a lot.
That's how they look at it.
Right.
But that's a real story of how the difference between what Trump did in Afghanistan and how he was trying to set up a real exit of that country, and then what Biden did, where he's claiming no one died under his watch.
Not only that, but he left so much
weaponry,
weapons,
vehicles,
billions of dollars worth of stuff.
Stuff that we're seeing being used.
Yep. In the conflict now, that was.
Trump also brought up during the debate how Israel was aided by Biden basically because he started funding them again. He cut off that money that Iran was getting. And what do you think when Biden got back in, what did he do? He started funding Iran again. And what is Iran doing with that money?
Yep.
Helping out Hamas.
Yep.
You know? But people don't want to hear it, man. They're so
certain people.
Yeah.
I think more people are like you said, like you have to view like what you just showed us with Joy Reid and these the talking heads. You have to view it as they're exposing themselves too.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people who may have been on the fence. Maybe they're a little slow to it, but now it's undeniable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people can go figure out and see, wait a minute, hold on here. This is actually happening,
Yeah.
And they can make the decision from there.
Yep. And speaking about Kamala Harris and speaking about fact checking, she embarrassed herself on X in real time because this is why we're talking about X. We're talking about how important it is that Elon Musk took it over. She tweets out, Donald Trump would ban abortion nationwide. President Joe Biden and I will do everything in our power to stop him and restore women's reproductive freedom. Elon responds to that and says, he clearly said he would not do so in the debate. You know what I mean? So everybody is like, damn, he fact checked her on X. And then there was a community note on her post and Elon reposted it. He says, when politicians or at least the intern who runs their account learn that lying on this platform doesn't work anymore. And it was that tweet that she put up. And then there's a bunch of articles and links attached to a community guideline that says President Trump has repeatedly said he will not sign a national abortion ban.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, that can't happen. That the news doesn't do that.
Yeah.
No.
Right. So you could just put it out.
Yeah.
They lie. They make the general public believe a lie, and then when they get caught in it, all they do is just write a little retraction, and nobody watches.
Nobody sees
They're
it.
still talking about Charlottesville.
Yeah.
I hear people saying that all the time.
He brought that up in the debate again.
Yeah.
He brought up Charlottesville in the debate again. And people, all on X, it was just articles showing how even Snopes now says that it wasn't true. Yeah. Even Snopes says that's fact check false.
Yeah.
Did Trump say there was very fine people on both sides?
I've heard people, using that as like, when you get into a heated debate, look at Charlottesville.
Yeah.
Look at Charlottesville.
Yep.
He didn't say very fine people on both sides.
He didn't say that.
And those people are reacting to clips. That's the thing, though. It's like when you're having a conversation, most people aren't really as informed as they pretend to be. There's repeating information.
They're not even reacting to clips.
Let me correct that. He did say there were fine people on both sides. He's not talking about the neo-Nazis. That's what he said.
Right.
Yeah, and the white
right.
He's talking about the people who came out to protest legally.
Yeah.
That had a permit. You have to have a permit to be out there. Right.
But it's not even the clips that people are reacting. Most people that say that never even saw the clip. They're just reacting to Don Lemon and Joy Reid and Al Sharpton and these people saying that he said that. Just like the suckers and losers things, because Biden brought that up during the debate. That's all made up.
Right.
And did anybody bring up the fact about, remember, Biden was talking about January 6th?
Yeah.
And how Trump said that it was Nancy Pelosi that did not,
He called that out. He said there's video evidence of Nancy Pelosi saying it was her fault.
It was. We saw it, remember?
He said, I offered her National Guard before the event happened because they told me that there was going to be hundreds of thousands. He said, I didn't set up that event. They asked me to come speak because all these people were going to be there. He said, I offered to send National Guard because I knew that there was going to be a lot of people there, and she refused them. And then there's that video of her saying it's her responsibility.
She was talking to her daughter?
Yeah.
Remember you
that was
brought
her
it up?
daughter's fake documentary. We showed it on here a couple
that's
weeks
what I'm
ago.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah, so those are the things that kind of exposed on the debate. I show one more clip that kind of went viral. It was funny. People showing how, like, this, we talk about him being hopped up on drugs and stuff. Look how long he doesn't blink for when he's talking. Ready?
And win and let Putin say, do what you want, NATO. Just do what you want. There's a thing called Article 5. An attack on one is attack on all. A required response. The idea, I can't think of a single major leader in the world who wouldn't trade places with.
Yo, the dude did not blink that whole time.
He's wired.
And his eyes were like glaring.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Come on, man. Nobody, that's the problem. Like they watched, anyone who watched the debate saw all of that and was like, wait, y'all been telling me he's fine. I saw the little clips and y'all been covering it up, but now I see it for myself. You know,
That's a cheap fake.
yeah.
They did a, you know.
People were
some
also
video
showing.
thing. He actually blinked the third second.
You know, a couple of times, like the side by sides when they would be talking, they would flash away from Biden because when Trump was talking, he'd be like staring off into space, looking real crazy. Like the dude, it's creepy. And then they would flash. They would go to the single screen of Trump real quick, like because he looks crazy.
And then you see Trump going.
Yeah,
like a Hillary when she went.
Oh,
yeah,
that was
yeah.
That was
Yeah, when the balloons went off.
Yeah.
And then they tried to. What did they try to say? They tried to make an excuse for that.
Didn't she say she was having like a
Epileptic or like she had epilepsy or something. Yeah. Let's see if we can find it. I haven't seen that in a while.
Courtney's on. She said it was crazy looking. Well, she said I thought they turned Biden's switch off. It was crazy looking.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
What in the world?
Yeah, remember that?
I remember that.
And then other people tried to say, "Oh no, she was just so surprised by the balloons. That was her surprise face."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was a meme.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah. So I think the debate, in this sense, it's exposing a lot of people who are in denial about it as well. You know.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It's definitely an interesting time because there's people that are trying to get him to drop out, like openly saying it, talking about like Democratic leaders that are saying we need to do something about Biden. And there's other people that
Gavin Newsom.
Gavin Newsom's not saying anything. He's playing his cards close to the chest. He's probably doing all his numbers. Him and Gretchen Whitmer, I heard, were like really trying to test out what they should do because I think they're the two that were in the lead when it came to polling. As far as like they're still losing to Trump, but only by like 2 points, a couple points. So they're playing. They're trying to see what they need to do. But yeah, it's definitely interesting time after that debate.
I couldn't watch it all.
No,
Watched
why?
some of it, and then I turned it off. I couldn't stand it. Watching Biden.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely crazy. All right. Let me see. Oh, I'll just play one more thing. So, you know, Harry Sisson is the young dude from TikTok that they found out was getting paid by the Democrats to get young people to vote for Joe Biden, right? And he's just been getting trashed because he's like Biden no matter what type of dude. This was him talking before the debate happened about what was going to happen.
Absolutely panicking over how the Republicans are absolutely panicking over how the presidential debate between Donald Trump and Joe Biden is going to go. The Republicans have found themselves in a trap because if you're a viewer of Fox News or you're a follower of Donald Trump, you think that Joe Biden is sleepy and he doesn't know where he is. But that's not the truth. So when Joe Biden gets up on the debate stage tomorrow and destroys Donald Trump in the debate, all of these Republican followers are going to be like, wait, what just happened? I thought that Joe Biden wasn't awake. So now Republicans have the very unfortunate task of trying to lower the bar for Donald Trump, make sure that their expectations are not too high for him in the debate against Joe Biden. So now they're trying to tell the truth about Joe Biden, saying that he's not to be underestimated, that he's actually a pretty great debater when you watch him debate, but it's not going to work. The followers already believe it, and tomorrow is going to go really badly for Republicans on this front.
Yeah, so that didn't age very well. But then after that, he was on Piers Morgan's show trying to
explain himself.
Yeah. Trying to, a huge case of copium, I'll say. Let's reload this because its sound is not working again.
Harry, you think Biden won last night?
1%.
Yeah, no, I did, definitely. On the substance of the conversation, Biden won. His policy was pragmatic, it was logical, and Donald Trump just lied the entire time.
The problem you've got is I saw the CNN fact checkers on Joe Biden's public statements last night, and it was just untruth after untruth after untruth.
Oh, I'm not sitting here telling you that Joe Biden tells the truth every single time he speaks, or that he gets every single number right and every single statistic right.
He gets most of them wrong.
That's not true. To compare Joe Biden's lies to Donald Trump's lies is laughable.
Yeah, but the problem is, if you're going to use lying or misleading the public with statements against a candidate, you've got to make sure your own candidate speaks with unforked tongue. I mean, Biden, barely a week goes by without him saying something which is immediately proven to be untrue. I mean, only like 2 weeks ago, he was claiming that his uncle was shot down and eaten by cannibals. None of that ever happened. He wasn't shot down and he wasn't eaten by cannibals. I mean, I just think that this idea that Trump's the only one whose statements can't be trusted is just not true. Last night.
Yeah, but Pierce, I mean, let's be real here. Like, if you're lying, if you get one sec, Vinny, you look like a. Relax, buddy. If you're getting a number incorrect, right? If you're getting a number incorrect, that's like a very small.
7 years ago,
hold on now, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Excuse me, you right there.
Were you 10 years old, Harry?
What was that?
How old were you when Trump won? 10 years old? 7 years ago, you were 10 years old,
you look like you're about to explode.
You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Take a breather.
That's not
relevant.
Hassan was right to call.
You have makeup.
He's entitled to his opinion.
Listen.
Can I just say, it doesn't. I don't actually care.
Vinny always
how
gets
old
so
either of you are.
emotional,
Let's get
even
back
on
to the
PVD.
Real, really, which is, I care about the age of the president because he looks like he's 180. So, Harry, I'm just bemused. 33% of people watching it apparently think Biden won. I don't know. Harry, hang on. Harry, I don't know how anybody honestly can watch that debate and honestly conclude that Biden won. You'd have to be so deeply embedded in the Democrat partisan tank that you can't crawl out long enough to see the wood for the trees.
As he did last night.
And do you believe, Harry, finally, do you believe in your heart that Joe Biden is the right person to lead the Democrats into the election in November? And do you believe he can win?
He can win. He's going to win. And as Vice President Harris said, we don't let a 90-minute performance negate 3.5 years of progress. Biden's the only man who has beaten Donald Trump, and he's going to do it again. And I'm looking forward to convicted felon Donald Trump facing justice.
Why are you the...
You see, he gets all the talking points, boy. Yeah, but again, like you said, totally exposing themselves. Totally exposed. For him to say that Biden won that debate... And act like Biden doesn't lie. Like,
I've seen him before.
He's the young guy that we showed on here before who got a bunch of money from the Democrats as a TikToker to basically stump for Biden in the last election. You know, so he's
paid.
He's a paid Democrat operative, of course. And you know, speaking of Democrats, let's look at a clip of a Democrat-run city right here. This is Seattle. This is what they want to turn everywhere in the country into.
Oh, gross.
Well, you ready? Just watch the craziness of this clip. Yo. This is just a random day in Seattle.
What you recording for?
I just see you in a bikini inside a gas station. That's why I'm just wondering why.
This is the Blade be selling ass over here, so you can put your camera down.
Okay.
I ain't got no shame in my game. I
dare you to run in those heels. I'd love to see you. Oh shoot!
Look.
Wow, you fast.
Who's that?
Oh my. Woo! North Seattle is lost. Oh my gosh.
And then he
When
comes
you see
across this
fella.
dude.
Hey, bro. Hey, man, you okay? You okay, man? What are you on, blues? You on blues? Man, you can't stay on the street, man. It's an alley. Someone's gonna, like, hit you. Can we at least get you off the side of the street? Hey, bro,
This is sad, man. This is sad. And when it reminds me of Kensington. You know, it reminds me of Oakland. It reminds me of L.A. It reminds me of all of these heavily Democratic run places.
Yeah.
Where there's no challenge at all. Like, and not saying that the Republicans would do a better job, because I don't agree with that. But the fact that, like, they have such a stronghold in these places that there's no challenging to their power. So they don't need to do anything.
Yeah.
And their policies don't work.
Yeah. San Francisco a while ago, I don't know if we talked about it. They, got some money to give alcohol to, the homeless people.
Yeah.
It wasn't like $2 million or
Yep.
something like that.
Yep. I mean, they were giving them needles.
Why do you think that works?
Giving them money, dude. They give them money.
Yeah. Instead of giving them what helps,
Yeah.
maybe like a church community, getting them real help.
Yep.
To get their feet, get
Well,
themselves
they're not
back
giving
on
it.
the
The taxpayers giving it.
Right.
Yeah.
The taxpayers are the ones
yeah.
paying for all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, they rather focus on, stuff like this. This is what their policies are all about. This clip from this show right here.
Make yourself comfortable. There's a couch over there.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's okay. I had Cephas answer some questions from a Harvard test known as unrest. It is designed to measure someone's level of social resistance.
Social resistance.
When people like us oppose the values and policies of the dominant culture.
That's right.
And what does that have to do
Your
with
son, he feels threatened on a daily basis. Like everything he's earned can just be taken away. He's disenfranchised. But because his life is seemingly free from all this, because he can't name it, he's internalizing it.
Name what?
Racism. I think your son's tumor was caused by racism.
Is this a real show?
This is a real show, dude. This is not a skit. This is a real show. Wow. Like a hospital show. And they literally did an episode where a dude's tumor is caused by racism. Internalized racism.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Really?
Yes. A child got a tumor because they internalized racism, bro. I watched this and I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Is this a cheap?
It's just silly.
Is this a cheap fake?
No, this is a real
No, I'm saying this
clip
is
from a show.
This is silly.
But this is what they would rather want us to believe.
Brendan said it's called New Amsterdam.
He knows about it. He watched
You
it.
watch that show? That's your favorite show,
That's your
Brendan?
favorite show, Brendan. New Amsterdam. Yeah. We're sorry to say this, but your son's gonorrhea was caused by racism.
This is ridiculous.
It's so stupid.
When you walk around confronted by beautiful black women all day, there's nothing you can do but take them behind the alley.
Oh, no. No.
Yeah, it's just so dumb, man. Like, but again, they would rather, like, we talk about how our military is soft right now. What are they focused on? Inclusivity,
Trans general.
right. Yeah, right.
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
What was the dude? The dude that had the dog mask on. Remember?
Yes.
There was one on a boat too, on a carrier, posing.
Yeah, we're more focused on that than showing ourselves as a strong military.
Mm.
We're more,
or being a strong military.
Yeah. I mean, the mental illness level that is, we were talking about on TikTok, how that's spreading through TikTok, just like idea of mental illness and everyone like taking it as a badge of honor.
Yeah, or at least identifying it as it.
Yeah, like you don't think that China is happy to spread those videos? Yeah,
right.
Like let's I got one for y'all right here. Let's check this one out. This is how I parent myself. So keep in mind this young I was gonna say lady, but I don't want to. But with her blue hair,
don't misgender her.
Is filming herself.
Don't misgender them.
She's gonna film herself purposely having a mental breakdown to share with you, so that it can clearly she wants to help. You know, this is not for attention at all. This is not, you know, for likes and subscribers.
I'm here. I'm here. And I know you're scared. I know you don't know what to do. But I've got you and I won't leave you. And I love you and I'm so sorry that you're scared. But it's okay to feel. It's safe to feel. It's safe to cry. It's safe to move through it.
This took me years of therapy practice. Weren't we just talking about how therapy is
yeah,
is becoming more and more of a problem?
You're safe. I've got you. I won't leave you. I can feel big emotions. I can hold space for myself. Crying is beautiful.
Yeah, so it goes on for another.
Did she say crying?
Crying is beautiful. Yes, this is self-parenting, guys. Another
give it up to the Lord.
Load of nonsense, pseudoscience from modern psychology that we've been led down the road of. Yeah, so self-parenting. This is what people are more focused on now. Yeah. So I don't know. Any comments on that, guys?
Everywhere you look, sickness. And
sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can give it up. You know, give yourself to the Lord, and you can you know praise Him, and you know sometimes I cry when I'm a lot of times when I'm feeling the Spirit. It gets hit, you know, like that, but
not because you're self.
Not because of your self-care.
You're not hugging yourself and and you know telling yourself it's okay to cry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Emma. He said greetings, guys.
What's up, Emma?
What up, Emma?
Yeah.
You about to be done.
Yeah. We're about to wrap it up.
Brendan said it's a random show on Netflix.
Very random. I mean, I saw that clip. I was like,
crazy.
Wait a minute. Your tumor is caused by internalized racism? Come on, man.
Listen.
So are they saying the little kid has racism and he's
No, they're saying he's experiencing racism in the world.
She wasn't white.
I think
mom?
I think the child was like half black or something. Yeah. Because did you see the little black nurse? It was like when he was like, when your child is, and she said, like us. You didn't see that part?
Oh yeah, she did say that.
Yeah, she meant
like us, meaning the child is
right.
Okay.
Because I don't know about them, but I experience racism every single day of my life, and you know, it's my excuse for everything that ever I do wrong. So
James experienced racism from the blacks
when I was a kid.
Yeah, but
this is crazy, man. It is truly the Twilight Zone. But I would say this is all part of what's happening. This is going to be a push for big pharma. You know, they're all happy about this. The pharmaceutical companies are happy about this because as soon as they come out with the the psychotherapy drug that's the equivalent to Ozempic.
Yeah.
They're ready to go.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Right. They're gonna come out with the. Are you experiencing racism every day?
I am.
You need to be on no white loft, or oppress off.
Don't get a tumor.
Yeah, it was like this because we found out that racism can lead to tumors, diabetes. They're gonna list all the things: high blood pressure. All the things that black people suffer.
But it's going to
from.
backfire on them because it's going to, even though this is going to be designed for black people, it's going to be white, blue-haired females
taking it.
You're not supposed to take this.
Right.
It's not for you.
Yeah, that's just crazy. But you're right. Pharmaceutical companies are gonna try to find out a way to profit off of internalized racism.
Right.
Once they can do that, but black people don't like taking medication, and they don't like going to see therapists.
It won't really be for them. We're joking around, but it'll really be for people who want to be victims.
Right.
This is why, like, when you look at marketing, pharmaceutical. I think it's New Zealand and America, the only countries where pharmaceuticals can advertise. I think the rest of the countries is banned.
Yeah.
Like, they can't advertise it at all.
Yep.
Meaning no drug commercials whatsoever. Drug and beer, is it? Alcohol?
It was illegal here too.
Right.
It was illegal here until Ronald Reagan.
Right.
He made a deal with the pharmaceutical companies that they could advertise.
Come on, Reagan.
Yeah. Yeah.
The pharmaceutical companies, boy.
Yeah, it's all about money.
Between the transgender and the people getting, changing their gender and all that, everything, they're making a lot of money.
Yeah, and politicians, both Republicans and Democrats, are in bed with them. They're lobbyists with them. And as soon as they retire, they jump right on board as a board member or some sort of, lobbyist for them.
And Jamie, you posted that video, the two people talking about their problems and how happy they are. They're both, and they're taking medications.
Yeah.
It's all about medications and the pharmaceutical companies.
Yep.
Making the money.
They can't wait to put your kids on medication.
Yeah.
Can't wait because once you put a child on, what were they taking?
Ritalin.
No, it was damn. Was it Prozac? Prozac
like that, yeah.
and the other one equivalent. Once you put a child on that, they're on it for life.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a lifelong customer right there.
Crazy.
Yep.
That's why we gotta pray, guys.
Yep.
That's right.
We gotta pray.
That's what I was talking about Sunday, prayer.
We gotta pray.
Yeah. There was another clip today going viral of Biden stroking the arm of a black man. I don't know if you guys saw this. I saw this earlier. And look at the dude next to him. Watch how he looks down like, yo, what the? You see that?
Oh, Lord.
Look at the dude next to him. He's looking like, what the heck?
The other one's
Watch it
laughing.
again.
And the other one's laughing. Look at the other one laughing.
That was kind of weird.
Yeah,
like,
that's weird.
You see the way he just watch how he just caresses.
Ever so gently.
You remind me of corn pops.
The guy in the middle, I like the guy.
You remind me. I love your tattoo. Look how he's looking at his arm. He's looking
just
down
like
at
my imaginary friend Corn Pop.
He's looking down at his arm and rubbing it.
And the guy's
Moon better not meet him. He'd be like, ooh.
The guy in the middle is cracking up. He's looking at left.
Yep.
I'm catching you, bruh.
Oh my.
Look, he's looking like.
I'm catching you.
You're a little creamer.
Look at his boy next to him. He looks down. He's like, what the hell? Oh, that is some sus. What the P Diddy?
Did the president just diddled me?
What in the P Diddy is going on here? Oh, I love your tattoos, man. Oh, your black skin. Just looks so.
You sound like dude from Family Guy. You reach in my pocket.
I want to
got
caress.
some change in my pocket.
You know, I used to hang out with a black guy just like you back in the day, in Delaware. Yeah. Yeah, man, that was going viral today.
Oh my gosh.
The way he caressed him, man.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
but that's what we're dealing with in this country, man. hopefully this leads to something. People are starting to wake up. We'll see what shenanigans they'll be up for in the election. Maybe they'll try to swap them out. Maybe they'll, we'll see. We'll see what happens. They're going to still try to, they're still trying to get Trump out through legalities.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like that's working. Did you see the Supreme Court?
I saw that today.
Yeah, they ruled on something in his favor. Again, people are mad about it.
Was it immunity on, it was something, but I can't
Yeah,
remember
presidents are immune to prosecution for acts that they took while they were president. And people are trying to spin it and say, well, Joe Biden could assassinate Trump and he would be okay, but that's not how it works. You can't prosecute a president after the fact. If the president does something, he can be impeached and brought through litigation that way. And if he's then convicted, then he can be prosecuted. There's a process to it. But trying to prosecute a president after the fact is tricky business, because then, it doesn't incentivize them to take action on a lot of things while they're president, because their political opponent could prosecute them after the fact, as we clearly see what's going on now.
Yeah, and it's sad because lately I've been posting on Facebook because, as you can see, this world is going to hell in a handbasket.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and the Lord's been having me post 2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face, then I will hear from heaven, forgive their sin, and heal their land. And healing their land is not only the land, America and Israel, it's your land inside of yourself.
Right.
Also, because it's a lot of issues everywhere, inside, outside, So, yeah, we got to pray more.
Yep.
We do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But on that note, let's wrap it up, guys. Thank you, everyone who's been watching. We appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you like and share this video. Share it with your friends. Our little debate recap. We got into some stuff. If you got people that that are saying things that don't line up with the truth, we put a little evidence in this podcast that you can show. Go back through and show it to people, clip it out, tell them, like, listen, this is the facts. Yeah, we're just gonna keep seeing what's going on. We're gonna keep praying. We're gonna keep believing. For me, it's like I'm not like this whole nihilistic view that, everything is terrible. This country's in trouble. We either got Joe or Trump, and because I know, I believe in God, and I trust God in all of this. I trusted God when Trump didn't win the last time, even though I saw everything that was going on, and we tried to tell y'all not to go there on January 6th. We tried to tell y'all. Y'all don't want to listen. Don't go there, because it was a trap. And they're still using that to this day. They talked about it in the debate. He said something about the Proud Boys, Joe Biden. Would you denounce the Proud Boys now? Like, who's talking? Who cares about the Proud Boys? Dude?
Who?
He told the Proud Boys to stand by. He wouldn't even tell them to. He wouldn't even denounce them. He told them to stand by. But yeah. Anyway. Wrapping up still. Thank you guys for watching. Again, if you want to support what we do, head on over to our Patreon. Become a member over there. Please support so we can continue to grow this thing and keep this community going, keep building this thing. And we want to do more stuff, man. We want to be able to spread the Young Lions across all the platforms and do more stuff with it. We really think that this thing could be something bigger, something better, and continue to build a community of people that want to talk about these things, want to hash things out, want to think differently, and not be so brainwashed by the media. But yeah, patreon.com/youngliontv. Sign up to become a member over there. Also, if you want to get merch on jatan.com/shop. Also, don't forget we have a show coming up. It is on July 26th at the City Winery in Philadelphia. If you're going to be in the area, we got a lot of people that are going, and people have been buying up them seats. So make sure you get your tickets so you can get a good table. It's going to be a fun show. It's going to be a great time. And it's a Friday night in the city of Philadelphia. It's going to be fun, man. We'll be hanging out, talking, playing some music, having a good time. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys for being here. James just broke our microphone, but it's all good. We're gonna fix it before the next show. This is why we need the Patreon money. Also, if you want to just support what we do, you can hit the Cash App. It's just Young Lion TV on Cash App, $ Young Lion TV. Hit us up over there. And other than that, we appreciate y'all. God bless you. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Young Lion, go live, yeah. Young Lion, you rich, yeah. This kingdom has